All right, we are back. Let's go ahead and jump into our recap. There's a lot of blood on the ground. Why is there blood on the ground?
Sharks, shark fin. We've been cooking, slicing, dicing, getting poisoned, feeding them, or not eating them, and possibly
Yeah.
offending the chef. But in all of our escapades, Toad has developed a singular taste for this new delicacy.
Me like shark blood.
Yeah.
Ooh ha ha.
Ooh,
This
ha,
is also
ha.
the tale of two naps because we started off with Valerian asleep. And then the second half of this, our last episode was Rick being asleep, basically. So we just kind of,
two naps.
the tale of two naps, yeah.
It was the best of naps. It was the worst of naps.
Yeah. But Rick is the worst of naps. He started throwing up and he had to go to bed. Like, basically.
Valerian got a full rest. Jeez, that was the best of naps.
Well, then you got eaten, so the nap was preferable
I
to
did
what
not
happened
feel
after.
good. Yeah, that was not great.
Valerian did think he was high on shark blood, though, the whole time.
I did. I thought the shark was immaterial, not real, until it bit me and then swallowed me whole.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, that's
were.
the craziest trip.
Yeah, that's a
It was a
crazy trip
wild
for
trip.
sure.
A trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'd like all of you to take inspiration for what was certainly a very interesting session last week.
Dunk.
Boy, I checked my mic audio thing. Did anyone listen to the last session? Is my audio caught in that session? Because I just had to recheck and it was set to default. I sure hope I wasn't silent that entire session.
Oh, I did not check.
Yeah, I've not had a chance.
I will have to check. That would be unfortunate because that was a pretty damn funny session. Okay. For the record, we did some Foundry housekeeping. So things are going to look a little bit different, but most of the things have stayed the same. So picking up where we left off, I am tracking now that we are now after the bloodshed and dead sharks litter the ground. Mr. Blip remains pounding away at the forge as we creep into the top of hour 10 of 14 hours straight that you have been dutifully protecting your blacksmith, repairing your crucial and necessary spelljamming equipment in order to escape the inside of this Kandori. At the end of those 14 hours, you have 2 more hours to bring everything back onto your Dragonhawk ship, install it into your ship, and escape the inside of the Kandori with the assistance of the gift. You have struck a partial bargain with the Mind Flayers, granting them passage on your ship in exchange for their defense and assistance during this trying hours. And they have since left you to congregate the last of their shipmates, we'll use that phrase, that will ride to the escape mouth of the Kandori. As the dust settles on all of you, you find yourselves exhaustion is creeping in. You've had multiple fights holding off these spacefaring creatures, creeping out of the abyss in the constellation field that surrounds this strange astral imbued forge. Toad, do you remain in wild shape during this time?
No. Toad's gonna drop wild shape and take their second short rest.
Okay. This is your second short rest. I will allow you to do so. For all of you that have not taken a rest, so that is not so Toad. You took a long rest. I'll take. Have you taken any rest?
I've not.
Okay.
I've taken short rest, but I've not taken
You've
a long
taken
rest.
short rest, but you have not taken a long rest. You've pushed through the
Yes.
night. So you alone then need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. And actually, I believe Tobrov also needs to take this roll.
Gotcha. Ooh, a 10. That's low for me.
Mhm.
You know what? I'll use inspiration.
You will not need to. A 10 is actually...
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
no, 12. Yeah, so that was a fail. So that 26 is definitely now a success.
Gotcha.
Rick,
Powering through it.
absolutely. Rick, can you make me a Constitution save for Tobrov, please?
Oh yeah.
He rolls below a 12. He will be taking exhaustion.
He rolled a
Meets
12.
it beats.
Hey, he's fine. He's good.
Absolutely. Tobrov is powering through the long night. He has spent many a long day and night tracking feral beasts and large creatures.
He's got a lot of resistances, I'm noticing.
He does while he is raging.
Ah, yeah, that's what it is.
That is his class feature. Tap meow to get in and immediately turn around and meow to leave.
Yep,
No, they
that's how it
meow to
works.
have the door open. Yeah, to have
They-
the option to get in.
She definitely wants the option, but I cannot give her the option because a wild baby will appear. Okay. So, if you'd like any of your NPC companions to take short rests that are awake, you may do so. I believe Signy went down to rest a couple hours ago.
Yeah, Signy is missing.
Yes,
As
Signy
of
is...
the 8th hour.
Yeah, Signy went down at the 8th hour. Rick, you also went down at the 8th hour, correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toad. As you sit, resting your body, repairing your internal damage, you sit, legs dangling off the side, looking into space. The wispy tendrils of astral energy seem to be pulled into the forge that empowers Mr. Blip. Your scepter begins to divert the astral wisps that begin to be drawn in. This strange forge and the nature of the cosmos itself seems to resonate with your scepter, and you begin to feel a powering charge that begins to imbibe your scepter with cosmic power that imbues your staff with a further expression of the astral energy it seemed to already imbibe. The refinement oil that you used on this seems to empower the essence of this weapon, of its inherent state, to grow. And you will see on your character sheet that your Celestial Arboreal Scepter has grown into an awakened state.
Nice. Cool.
Your staff woke up.
Yeah, I think Toad just like stares at it in awe. And will target a pebble on the ground and use its new ability
Okay.
just for fun.
Absolutely. As you draw upon the cosmic energy that now rests within the staff, what does this look like to you? You may describe it.
So I imagine it looks like, so it's force damage, But
Mhm.
I imagine that force damage manifests as like strong winds that push the pebble. So it like almost like a sonic boom of on a small scale of wind.
Okay.
Um,
So those of you awake see Toad using the scepter beyond the reach of what would be normally expected of this quarterstaff weapon, and strikes at a pebble much further away than would be expected, almost creating an extension of the scepter itself. And you
oh,
feel the internal charge of this scepter can hold more, do more. Yeah.
did you guys see that? I
That is insane, Toad. Actually, that is what happened there?
I don't know. I think that the refinement oil maybe interacted with the energy. It just looks like from the forge. I don't know. That was really cool. I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah,
Did it look cool?
it looked awesome. Phantom and I had a bird's eye view. That was, oh my.
You did not just make a bird.
Mhm.
Rocks fall,
Do we
everybody dies.
do we have any more refinement oil?
Yeah. Do you have something that you want refined?
Well, I don't know if it would help with Mr. Blip's administrations right now, but if he wanted to perhaps speed along or improve our given devices or equipment, that might be worth considering.
It usually takes me like a 10-day to improve something, but I mean, I can certainly try to help Mr. Blip in other ways. Or maybe once we're traveling,
Mhm.
we can try to use the refinement oil on some of our parts.
And Toad, now
That's
that
the
you go ahead.
that's the oil that you use on my sword as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, does your sword look different?
Uh I left it back there. Hold on. I'll summon my sword.
Mhm.
Your sword
I think
appears as normal, Valerian. However, Toad, you're coming up with a theory now based on the items that you've imbued with this refinement oil. It seems the refinement oil acts as a conduit and imbibes the weapon to take on some sort of elemental or natural affinity within the world around you and synchronizes the weapons or whatever the oil was applied to. If you have the something similar to what you imbibe the power of that weapon to be, it adapts and grows inside of that environment when refined with the oil.
Ooh. I
Interesting.
think the ring of aura shielding was imbued with the refinement oil as well.
That it
I
was.
think I think we started that process. We only have traveled for like 1 day before we got
Right. We
followed.
only started that process. It was interrupted. That is
Yeah.
correct. So let me mark that down.
Yeah, I'm tracking 1 of 10 days for your ring of mind shielding.
Right.
Okay. Who runs Mr. Blip?
Valerian or Moses, I think.
Is it me? Is it? Oh, I said nose goes to myself and touched my nose. I didn't think that was me.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Make me 2 Constitution saving throws for Mr. Blip.
Ooh, not great.
So, Mr. Blip, as the hours begin to pass, as we roll into hour 11 and rolling into hour 12, Mr. Blip is beginning to flag. Um, he's beginning to slow down. Um, and at this point, you're at danger of losing another hour of time.
Can Toad try to help Mr. Blip by casting? It only lasts for an hour, but by casting enhance ability
Absolutely.
for Constitution.
Absolutely.
I think Toad will come over to Mr. Blip and lay a hand on his shoulder and just say, "You're doing so good, Mr. Blip. You're stronger than any creature I have met. Stronger than a bear, even." Well,
Thank you, Toad. This is
I guess-
perhaps the longest I've worked without stopping. It is appreciated. His mustache has a significant tiredness in the wiggle. It is not as pronounced. Mr. Blip is feeling energized by the... What specific ability are you enhancing?
I'm giving him additional Constitution, so he gains 8 HP, temporary HP,
Okay.
and has advantage on his next on Constitution checks for the next hour.
Okay. All right. So, can you target him?
Hold on, let me try to target him.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try.
Good question.
I'm gonna suggest that we try to see if shit works for everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I will try again.
Mhm.
Did that work?
See.
Let me try again. It says, oh, that's because I'm too far. Sorry, Mr. Book. Hold on, let me touch your shoulder.
You reach out and miss.
Sorry, I think I'm still coming down from the
The shark
Shark
blood.
Dark high.
Oh no.
The high tide.
Toad, Blip is over there.
Sorry, I could see the stars so good, but everything else is a little blurry.
This goddamn fight this cat. I just picked her up and put her in the chair next to me, and she jumped right back down to try to hop in my lap. No, you cannot be in my lap. Your purrs will be picked up by the mic. No.
I don't mind.
I don't mind. Yeah, give us the purrs.
Come on, damn you. You've been voted in by the audience. You better thank them. Come on.
Now they're gonna go away.
Right.
I did target him this time,
Okay.
but it didn't give me like an option to like choose one or anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't see
You
any.
might be able to drag the buff onto them. And also this is legacy, it looks like, so it may not
Yeah.
have the. We can go over some stuff afterwards, but like I think there are like new versions that might have like some of the program stuff connected.
I'm seeing my mic pick up. Can y'all hear her purring?
Very sadly, I cannot.
I need to bump up your volume.
Bump up my mic increase. He
Just
is
for
definitely.
fun, I'll try that.
I'm sure OBS picks up a lot more. OBS is gonna pick it up. There's just gonna be a cat purring in the whole recording. Fine.
Okay,
Okay.
I can hear that 200%.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Ooh, yeah. All right. So enhance ability.
That's so cool.
Yeah. All right. So Val, try to roll a concentration save for Mr. Blip as we roll into the top of the 13th hour here. Okay, that did not work, but
Is
roll
it a
again.
save or a check?
It's a save.
Okay, well, yeah, it doesn't help for
Yeah.
saves, I don't think.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh well. Well, he's still got advantage on checks. Mr. Globe, I'm so sorry.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it in this instance. It's
Okay,
fine.
nice. Nice.
Okay. All right. With that last bit of imbibed and imbued strength to your blacksmith compatriot, as we roll into the 14th hour, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
as you wake up, you feel an empathetic feeling grace your mind. And it is a motivation to get up and lead others to the righteous causes that you support.
Mm.
And you feel this coming from your hip as you rise. The hip that supports the sword of the Peyrunes.
Mm.
Ooh.
Your sword has resonated with your causes and has... You feel an empathetic connection that it has been inspired by your courage to wield it against all odds, that it changed itself to help you in your causes.
Oh.
So you will see now on your character sheet, the Sword of the Peyrunes will now use the attack and damage modifiers of your highest stat block. Right now that is Wisdom, but if that ever changes, the Sword of the Peyrunes would change to reflect accordingly.
Rick is awake now?
Rick and Signy are both awake.
Rick is gonna hurry over to the rest. Yep. 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 Hey everybody! I woke up feeling dogmatic today. My
That's
beliefs
lit-
have been reinforced. I'm more certain that I'm doing the right thing than ever.
Wonderful.
It's because my magic sword told me it was good.
Oh.
Does
Okay.
anyone else hear this?
Talk to?
Well, no, it's more like a sort of vibe I'm getting from it.
Oh. Are you feeling okay? Did you
I'm
have
feeling
any?
great. I'm not throwing up anymore. That's good.
Oh,
How did
I
it-
did figure out how to make it so that it doesn't make you puke, but I don't have any left. I'm sorry.
Oh, great.
could
You
make
were
some, we
the
just-
first experimenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and
Oh,
Tobra
can we
went
say
through it.
Toad has like shoved all the shark bodies that they can into the bag of
I
holding?
absolutely assumed that was going to happen with
You just got
wet
a bunch of
slurping
sharks.
sounds. I will say that you get enough. I'm gonna do this in tons. I'm gonna say like a half ton of shark meat, which, if you do it sharkshimi style, is gonna be a lot of little shark servings. That's like, I don't know, like 400 or 500 shark servings. So maybe
We
not
lost-
that much.
We
But
lost the
still.
purple worm meat, but we got a bunch of shark meat now. Can't wait to
Great.
try some new recipes.
Oh, what an upgrade. We've gone from one
A
alien
worm?
food to another.
Shark.
Would you save any
Is
of the
it,
teeth,
is it
by
time
the
to
way?
make that? Is it time to make that blind deception roll, Rick?
No. I think Rick's sarcasm is very clear at this point.
What is your favorite dish, Rick? What is a time-honored cuisine?
Oh, yeah, shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. Okay. Well, when you come across when we come across planes with maybe space lamb, I suppose.
Yeah.
Find some mutton.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any space cows, space pigs. It's always been space things with sharp teeth.
And the
Yeah,
whale.
And the
You
whale, yeah.
want one? You asked about a shark. Do you want a shark tooth? Sure.
I want to
here
make
you
a
go.
shark tooth necklace.
Oh. Toad will pull out one shark body, rip out a tooth, and hand it to Rick. Shove the
Okay.
body back in the bag of
No.
holding.
I'm gonna need more than
Oh.
that.
Oh. How many?
I mean, I don't know. It's like a lot. I want to make like a whole necklace is just all shark teeth. You know?
Oh. Well, maybe we should do that once we get out of here, because I
Okay.
want to drain all the blood out of them. Oh, Rick, the blood makes you see in the dark really good. And I got to levitate for a little bit. That was really fun.
Uh huh.
So-
Well, it made me throw up. So I mean,
Well, you know, I'm just made differently.
You literally are. Yeah.
Quite literally built different.
And with that, the final bang of the hammer by Mr. Blip occurs as we roll into the end of Mr. Blip hoisting down the ventilation pipes, which marks the final piece needed to get the Dragonhawk flying and operable again. We are ready, Captain. I need a moment. Mr. Blip immediately lays down on the ground for a minute.
I think Phantom goes and scoops him up so he can kind of rest on Phantom.
Sunfit. Okay. Alright. Mr. Blip will mount Phantom. Laying down. Holding on.
All right, so our issue is how do we get it up without making the exact same mistakes that we did getting it down? I think gravity's a little better on our side as long as we can hold something going up, but how do we want to do this?
I was thinking about that because I've rested since the last time. I can summon a couple eagles to help.
Oh,
Maybe
interesting.
between the two eagles and Phantom, we can slowly carry things up.
Yeah, I think that's actually a great idea. I couldn't imagine how heavy actually is the heaviest thing that we have.
I believe how did I break it down? I think altogether it was like 500 pounds, something like that. So if you break it up into 3 pieces, Phantom can easily carry one. Let me look at the stats of an eagle. Yes. If you summon Toad, you can summon 2 of those eagles, correct?
Correct.
So yes, assuming that they don't drop it, these 3 flying creatures can easily each carry one of these pieces.
Amazing.
We have tons of rope too. We can like try to use the rope to secure them to the eagles and Phantom.
How we getting out?
Well, you can ride on the eagle once they take it up.
You do have that pulley system too.
We also have
wait.
a pulley system that we built.
I've also got this fancy spacesuit that lets me float around. And you've got your fancy blood that you can drink, I guess.
I had to drink a lot of it to levitate a bit. Maybe I'm not gonna lie. I maybe feel a little sick at the end, but I'm sure I'll sleep it off later.
You won't wake up with a thirst for more of the shark blood.
Shark
I
blood
think-
Never
vampire.
ending.
I think you misunderstand me. I'm gonna harvest all the blood that I can from the sharks, but I think I can maybe do something with it. Maybe there's a way to get the benefits without the drawbacks. I'll think about it.
Or maybe we make it into a poison where we get all the drawbacks and none of the benefits.
Do you want a poison? And Toad pulls out like a ton of vials of poison.
Yeah, I actually got like 3 on me already, so it's like, I think it would just be variety at this point, but something to think about.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you run across a large creature that's not immune to poison. That is your ultimate trump card. Okay. So, I'm hearing that you're summoning 2 flying creatures and you're using Phantom to carry up the gear, correct?
Correct?
Okay. Alright, and then how are the rest of you getting up? You do have that pulley system, which you can use to raise each other up.
And my expectation was that the Eagles and Phantom would be carrying the equipment up, and then once they're up, we could also get a ride. So
That is easily done. Toad, how long do your eagles remain?
They last for an hour.
Okay. That is
think.
enough time. I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's just do this. I'm gonna call it that. That is enough time. It's gonna take you about 30 minutes to fly everybody up, and I'm assuming you're all heading back to the Dragonhawk, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, because you managed to keep Mr. Blip untouched, staying in his motion, you have between those 2 hours just enough time to move all of this gear to the Dragonhawk and install this gear on the Dragonhawk. As you return to the Dragonhawk, the final touches between Mr. Blip in a degraded state and the rest of the crew, including your Magister, are able to quickly and easily mount all of the devices that you have now repaired because they had everything ready to go. They just needed the material. You now see, as you return to the Dragonhawk, that the crew is assembled and you are beginning to load up. Oak Blossom seems to be in good condition.
Where's the Illithids?
The Illithids arrive from the west.
From the west.
From the west. Sudrot and Gragim arrive in tow with a very familiar looking beetle-like creature and one of those strange brain things. Altaic, you hear in your mind that they are ready. Are
Ready.
you have done your necessary repairs.
Yeah. I'll take. We'll communicate this. It's like, do we feel ready to receive them? Everyone emotionally, logistically prepared to receive our new guests.
Well, actually, I was thinking maybe they should. We got to make sure that the GIF don't see them.
Okay.
Good point.
So there is no GIF in the vicinity. The GIF they're on their ship, right? So you're talking about trying to conceal them on the deck or bring them below deck.
Yeah, I got to make sure. Yeah, I think bringing them below deck would probably be the easiest, right? Make sure the GIF don't see them as we're flying out of the thing.
So bringing 3 out of the 4 of the creatures below deck, the Mind Flayer and the Intellect Devourer, below deck is relatively straightforward. However, this last beetle-like creature is too large to fit down your stairwell. You can put it in the hold. There is a way that you can put it in the hold. I will say that on your Dragonhawk ship, there is a cargo door that opens up that you can insert it into the hull immediately, but it just can't access. It's stuck in the hull.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do.
Okay.
We could throw a blanket on them.
I could
You
turn
are
into a frog for an hour, if they'll let me.
Your crew is extremely nervous as these creatures approach. You are inviting entities that are potentially hostile to you and those around you onto your ship. Valerian, if you'd like to say anything before you make a loyalty check, now's the time to do so.
Yeah, I think Valerian will kind of fly up on Phantom and just like look over everybody, and it's one planet we pick up plasmoids, the next planet we pick up uh, people of Krath. Forget the Hadozi. We pick up Hadozi. We invite many on our ship, dragons included, and this is no different. We're inviting a couple of guests that have helped us. They have done nothing to show us any harm. On the surface, it might be uneasy, but we've been through uneasy. I think we could do this too, and uphold our end of the bargain that we made with them, as Undair does.
It's not going to be a long trip, folks. Once we're out of this, they're gone.
All right. I would like you, Valerian, to roll. We're going to do a loyalty check. So this is that loyalty score 21. So
Okay.
you are rolling a D100. And so you want to roll within 21.
So,
Yeah,
one
you're
to
rolling a
21.
D100, right? So, because the higher your loyalty score is, the more likely that they're going to go along what you say without question. So anything above a 21 is going to cause some stress. It doesn't mean that they're not going to listen to your orders. It just means it's going to likely demotivate and change the demeanor of the crew.
Okay. Am
So
I
I'd
able
like-
to use inspiration on this roll?
I will
Depending on the outcome of
allow
this?
it. Yes, I will allow inspiration rolls for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll keep that.
Okay, so you know that is a failure.
Right.
So it's not a degree of it's a simple pass fail.
Oh, it's pass fail. Oof.
It is a pass fail.
Okay, yeah, I'll use inspiration then. There's no reason not to.
Okay. So, because this is a failure, I would like you to make me a So they lose their motivated status. Go ahead and roll me a D4, please. This will affect what level of motivation that they receive at this point until another major point of building goodwill with them can occur. Okay. So, your crew drops from motivated to distracted, which means crew members suffer a -1 penalty to all attacks, checks, and saves while on the boat. And I also
I mean,
need you
honestly,
to
that's
make.
fair.
And I also need you to make me one more D4 roll. Your loyalty score drops by 2.
Ooh, to 19.
Mm-hmm. I will edit that on the ship.
Oh,
So
that's what I
now
was
you
looking
have
for in the ship.
I will add it on here in a minute. Let me do this right now, actually. So your crew is now distracted. And that is now the new active effect. All right. So you've made the argument that you've hosted a lot of other creatures on the ship before, but certain factions of people just can't get along with this. Chief Gus whips people into order as much as he personally disagrees with this action. And that might be partially what's driving this, is that it's clear to everyone that Chief Gus does not like this. And the people that
Gotcha.
tend to go off of his opinion agree with him. So there is a grumbling compliance as everyone boards the dragon.
We gotta kill Chief Gus.
I think I'll just clock that
No.
and then kill him.
Huh. That would be a hell of a game.
I'm gonna save space for that.
All right. So with that, your ship is ready to move. Oak Blossom has been healed. She's ready to fly. Your seat awaits. Your positions and stations await all. The Dragon Hawk has been repaired to her former glory with the help of some unusual allies along the way. Is there anything you do before you depart?
I think Valerian is just gonna walk the ship just to like kind of inspect things, make sure everything looks good, make sure Blossom's feeling good, but I'm ready.
Rick's gonna keep an eye on Intellect Devour because it tried to eat brains. Not that
Yes.
specific one, but the ones we met on the other ship did try to
Yes,
eat some
okay.
brains.
So you stay
So Rick's
down
gonna
in the
keep an eye on
hull,
that.
keeping
Yeah.
an eye on the Intellect Devourer and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Altaic will talk to Chief Gus and say it's just like do you have any requests for our guests? Their stay with us should be quite short. Do you have any questions for them?
My understanding is they don't speak our language, correct?
It's like I speak their language, so I could ask in your stead.
No, Altaic. I just hope that they don't move from the hull. I hope we don't regret this decision. And I hope that everyone in the crew does not get attacked. Besides that, I'm fucking peachy, It's cool. We're just letting... Never mind. Cap, we're ready to go.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Altaic will then accompany the other mind flayers and other aberrants and just be like the crew. We're all a bit tense at this moment of leaving, but the crew is well disciplined.
Rick, what are you doing? Toad, what are you doing?
Toad will take Belle and sit with Oak Blossom and just I think Toad will climb up into Oak Blossom's branches with permission and continue work on her branches.
Okay. You absolutely do have permission. And Belle, the physical embodiment of an old friend,
No.
quietly jingles near you, the metallic clacking as it hovers in the air. Oak Blossom absolutely gives you permission. You always have permission to climb up inside of Oak Blossom's branch. She trusts you completely.
I think Toad will just say, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm sorry that your branches are such a mess, but I promise. I tried to do a little earlier, but I promise I'll get them in order.
I appreciate that, Toad. It's been a long couple days. I'm just ready to get out of here as much as everybody else. Okay. Rick, are you staying down below in the ship hull?
Yeah, keeping an eye on that little brain guy.
Okay. They are remaining where they are. Gragam and Sudrolt seem to be conversing telepathically, doing their weird thing. They seem fairly disinterested as to the goings on around the ship. And with that, Valerian, you mentally use your Fey connection to link to Oak Blossom again. As your mind's thoughts and intents merge with your Triot companion, Oak Blossom, and the Dragon Hawk begins to rise.
It feels it's nice because whenever the last time Valerian connected with Oak Blossom, she was repairing herself, almost nonverbal. So it was hard. But now seeing the recovery and like sensing that and feeling that really, I think Valerian's ready.
Okay.
Start flying off.
As you take off inside the mouth of this strange cosmic creature, you also see the rising of the Gift Bombard, and you see a couple flashing lights that signal their readiness, and they begin to dart forward, and you jump in behind them. The massive Gift Bombard cannon at the front of the ship fires twice at the front of the Kindori's mouth, and a deep rumbling shakes the ship as the air seems to reverberate all around you. And you see the Kindori's mouth open for a moment, and the Gift Bombard punches it. I need you to make me a check to determine if you escape unscathed. Let's do a piloting check. What is that called? What is that check called?
The Arbiter check?
The Arbiter check. I would like an Arbiter check, please. Your will to escape the Kindori perfectly aligns with Oak Blossom's growing need to get the hell out of here too. And your synchronicity in your thoughts and desires to give the power thrust newly repaired as much energy as it possibly can shoot you out of the Kindori's mouth. As you now strangely pop out, Dragonhawk is free, and you find yourselves on the opposite side of the Ring of Sybaris to Zorantir. Your ship repaired, your crew relatively unscathed. Rick, you see the Mind Flayers with their crew give you a curt nod and step into portals to their home plane, and behind them quickly the two other entities with them disappear.
Didn't even get to say goodbye. Well, fine. It's not like I even really cared.
Oh.
So you find yourselves here, about a day out from the Ring of Sybaris. You'd be about 4 days from Zorantir, 3 days from Zorantir. You'd find yourself about 2 days away from Eberron. As you find yourselves back in the somewhat relative safety of cyberspace.
Safe-ish.
And the Kindori seems to rip a hole in space itself and disappears back into the fabric of unreality. You're back.
We maybe need to find a way to detect those things so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. No, the detect magic sonar that we have. I think maybe we should. We could talk to Roland, but I'm thinking about some way we can make it a constant, maybe a passive sort of ping, almost like a sonar, really, like a true sonar.
What?
A sonar. It's like a. You ever heard of bats?
Yeah. Have I heard of bats?
Yeah. You know how like they screech?
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like the sonar. It's like the sound wave comes back at you, or something.
Oh,
I don't know. It's just what it's called, Rick. It's like
okay.
it's like a detector. You know. We'll have an automatic whale detector.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Yeah.
So, you have been freed from the Kindori, met some strange bedfellows, made some deals. No alliances. Maybe some tense relations near the end there with the gift. But overall, you escape with you and your crew intact.
Oh yeah, where did the gift go? Did they just fly off after this?
The gift immediately depart. Yes. They signal they do signal a safe travels.
Okay.
But they do not stick around to chat. They have a mission they need to attend to. And they take
Gotcha.
off in the direction of their home planet. Their home
Hoping we
moon.
could have like a party or something, but guess not.
They are on orders. They don't have time to party.
It's not an encyclopedia.
It's a shame.
Okay.
Speaking of parties, though, we might need to get this crew a little vacation.
Yeah. I say that we maybe go back to the Ring of Cerberus. Maybe visit the satyrs. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name. Revelous Dements.
The Revelous Domain.
Domain.
And the French would be domain, but
Yeah,
you can say
yeah.
demens if you want to, I guess.
Oh.
In the what? What language do you speak?
Well, we're Ondarians. That's fantasy French, right?
That's true, actually.
Maybe Ondarian. Yeah. I can see that argument.
Sacre bleu.
They're either French or Italian. Can't remember.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, definitely.
They're romance.
Yes, that's an accurate depiction. So,
All right, we
You-
also gotta refill our booze stocks anyway, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
you've got a couple different groups on the Revelous Dements. You've got quite a few people that you have in contact with on the Ring of Cerberus in general. Okay. Is that the plan then, Revelous Dements?
Yeah. Unless
I vote for it.
Yeah.
Go.
Some downtime there.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You take the ship further. It takes you 1 day of travel. Describe to me which location you're going to, because there's multiple locations in the Ring of Cerberus. If you're going to the Revelous Dements, that there's 2 places there. You have the Satyrs village, or you have the Ogulakanu camp.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should check on them.
Yeah, we need to check on.
Juniper.
Yes,
Juniper. Yes, I was trying to think of the name.
Oak Blossom's baby.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you bring the ship back into the strange donut-shaped asteroid, almost like a slice of land that's been chopped out of the earth and is floating in space. The greens and pinks and vibrant colors of this strange land come into view again. And you bring the ship to the outskirts of the Ogulakanu tribe. Are you taking anybody off the ship with you?
Let's take Savina.
Ooh, Savina's a yes.
Okay.
Before we do that, I want to ask Savina. How'd you like our first adventure?
Well, kind of sucked, to be honest.
No, yeah, it's not normal. I promise about that, but
I think I was totally prepared to like live on a ship, but like I'd never been camping before, and I guess I can check that off my list of things to do.
yeah, camping inside of a giant space whale.
I don't like to think about that part, but sure, yeah, that was fine. Yeah.
Normally, we don't crash land. That was the first crash landing we've ever had.
Yeah, totally broke a lot of my foundation containers, but I'll figure that out. I'll talk to Jules. We can try to repair them. I've heard about some things about melting it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I promise you're gonna like this next place we go to a lot better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna crash?
Well, I hope not. I mean, no, they haven't so far. We've been here before. We've
Okay.
colonized. I was gonna say colonized. Not really that. More so, we've established sort of a rapport with the people there.
Oh, okay. Should I bring my notes? Should I write an article? Is it newsworthy? Is it?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. You'll definitely see some sights, I suppose. But it's a nice place.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. Sabina will join you at Ogulakanut. As you arrive, the camp seems to be bustling, but in a calm manner. There's many people moving around. You're recognizing many of these half-giant folks as they remain somewhat peaceful and tranquil. You see on the far side of the camp the beginnings of a young treant blossoming.
Oh, they look sick.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
As the young treant nut that you have named Juniper seems to be interacting with nature and seems to be peacefully sitting. Oddly enough, sitting, Juniper appears to have roots that can be moved in a way to walk, but Juniper doesn't seem to be walking. And as you arrive, Skywatcher and Dawncaller come up to greet you. Dawncaller looks at you, says, "Welcome back. It has been a night. You may all take a long rest should you need so. I noticed all of your character sheets are still heavily.
Yes, well, not all of us.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. How have your
Thank
travels
you.
been?
We got-
Eventful, if nothing else.
We got eaten by a whale.
Yeah.
But we got better.
Whale. What is this creature?
Oh, you guys know what? You guys have seen fish on Zaranthir, right?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
fish on Zaranthir.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's like the fish is like twice, three, maybe I don't know, 400 times bigger than our ship.
That was a very large jump of numbers you just did, Doctor.
Yeah.
I am
I was trying to
concerned.
say like twice 100. That didn't really come out right.
This seems dangerous. How does your crew fare?
Remarkably, everyone's alive.
That brings joy to my heart.
Oh, also, we have a new crew member since we last met y'all. Last visited. This is Savina. She's a journalist, I suppose you could say, a historian.
Small wave. Hi.
She comes from a different planet. She'd like to take notes and observe y'all, if that's okay.
Don Car, this is a weird question, but can you tell me what your skin routine is? It's flawless. Don Car, like, blushes slightly. She's like, I bathe in the river every day, and I maintain my hair meticulously, and use a few natural ingredients. But it's cool. It's cool. You don't have to answer. I'm sorry. I just had to know. The girlies are gonna want to know. You are the look right now. I'm gonna take this look. Is that cool? Your friend is strange. Don Carr turns back to
Don Collar. The girlies have to know.
Who are these girlies? Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. They're gonna do the thing. I'm gonna snag you later. Okay. Okay. She's like looking between her and the rest of you.
We're just gonna shrug.
Already love it here. Totally can see 2 pieces going out. Got it. Awesome. I'll be back. Can I walk around?
Okay.
Is that cool? Is it safe? Am I gonna die?
I don't think you're gonna die.
Okay. Well, thanks. Bye. Hi. How are
See ya.
you? Can I have some? Can you answer some questions? Davina goes off with a recording crystal. Because Toad, I believe you've given her access to some of these. Yes.
Yeah, I think Toad shares.
Okay. Davina's walking around with a recording crystal in her Polly Pocket notebook.
Yeah. Hey, Toad, you want to go check on Juniper?
Yes, I've never seen a young treant before.
As you approach Juniper, the young treant looks to you, and there's almost like a tilting of a head. And you hear in Sylvan, "Hi, who are you?"
Oh, hi Juniper, I'm Toad. This is Rick. Rick, do you speak Sylvan?
I can't understand a word you're saying right now.
Words. Juniper switches to broken, bad common. Says, "Hi. Hi?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
You know what, Toad? Maybe you can handle this.
Yeah, I can. You don't have to
Squirrel.
change your language, Juniper. I can translate. It's not a problem. How are you?
How do you know who I am? How do you know my name?"
Oh, I guess you maybe don't remember us. We brought you here. Your mother, Oak Blossom.
Mom?
Progenitor,
Mom's
maybe.
here? Mom! Juniper attempts to stand up and then, like, doesn't. It looks like a baby goat or a baby giraffe trying to walk.
Oh.
Real wobbly.
Oh, okay. I need to get some the help. How big is Juniper, by the way?
Juniper is large.
Oh, shit.
Toad's strong. Toad helps Juniper.
Okay. You attempt to help a treant walk. Okay. How do you hold up 1,000-pound tree?
Toad digs their heels into the ground and just from behind, like, puts their hands on Juniper's back. You know.
Rick,
Okay.
we'll give you encouragement.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay. All right. So Toad, you attempt to help Juniper walk where? Juniper does not have their sea legs, or very good legs at all. You're trying to escort Juniper down to the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Let me go and get some help
Yeah.
real quick.
Okay.
Can we get the ship closer to Juniper or to this settlement?
You can. You can. You can bring the Dragonhawk over. I'll say for intents and purposes, you can try to have the ship kind of hovering over here off to the side of the map. Oh, you guys can see my ping, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I will say that here, let me just pull specifically. I'm not gonna get a whole tile out. That would take forever. But pull. You help Juniper stand up. I'm not going to make you make a roll because you just helped Juniper stand at this point and decide that it might be easier to bring Oak Blossom to Juniper.
I could have done it, Rick.
Okay.
As the ship drifts closer, Oak Blossom leans her massive trunk over. Hey, baby, how you doing? Hey, Mom, I missed you. Oh. Are you doing good? Are they taking care of you? Yes. I found a squirrel. Look. Oh, that's wonderful, honey. Have you been playing with the other animals? Yeah. I did this thing with the other tree, and then I moved it, and then I grabbed the squirrel, whose name is Tim. Tim's nice. I like Tim. But then he ran away for a day, and I got really sad. Well, where's Tim now? Oh, this is Tim right here. Juniper and Oak Blossom have a very parent to... Juniper has, like, the language capacity of, like, a, like, preschooler. Or slightly before that. Some of it is in Sylvan when Juniper needs to say larger words. Like a bilingual 3-year-old. Is the best way I can explain Juniper to you all right now.
And to translate as much as possible for everyone else.
Okay. Some of it is incorrigibly bad. It's you get the inherent sense that Juniper inherently knows how to speak Sylvan, but Common is not a like instinctual language that Treants know. But yeah, Oak Blossom is pleased to see the Treant equivalent of a daughter. And she indicates that she wants to come more to visit because she does miss Juniper. And Oak Blossom hopes that they're happy here. She doesn't know if she'll come back here to stay, but she'll come as often as she can. Juniper is very confused by the fact that her mother is attached to a ship.
Get used to it, kid.
Oak Blossom attempts to explain the very complicated concept of attaching a treant with fey magic to an inanimate object that then becomes an extension of themselves. And Juniper's eyes just glaze over and she starts playing with Tim again. So, Oak Blossom has lost Juniper's attention. But yeah.
Does Juniper seem healthy? Like, the atmosphere isn't affecting her negatively?
No, Juniper seems to be in conversations with what you know and conversations with Oak Blossom. Juniper seems to be growing at a healthy rate. Oak Blossom's a little bit concerned about the speech development for Common. She wishes she was around more to help out with that. Maybe some sort of speech lessons could be done outside of what Juniper is picking up, which Oak Blossom's a little concerned that Juniper's going to be learning some very interesting words far too early for a treant her age. But yes, the development seems to be on par with what is expected of a 2-month-old treant. Juniper will grow past this phase in probably about a year. oak blossom's best guess, but it's really dependent on the amount of sunlight, the amount of water vapor in the air that juniper can consume, the texture of the soil, a lot of things to consider.
You seem well, Juniper. Do you like it here? Are the
Yeah,
giants nice to you?
I met the horny guys and girls.
Mhm.
They seem fun. I want to go see them one day when I walk good. Uh Skywatcher says that they have plays and I want to see what that is. But she says I can't go yet because I might get hurt. But one day I will, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be in a play, and I'm going to be the best.
Probably true.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe we could convince them to come here and put on a play.
Could you? Please, 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 please.
Can we? Guys, could we? I don't know. I don't know how long we're staying, but could we ask the satyrs to come do a performance for Juniper and the druids?
Once we've asked the druids, I imagine, for a visitation permission, I imagine it would be a straightforward. It would be a straightforward thing.
The crew needs to decompress, so I mean, more time we spend on this planet, probably the better.
Yeah.
Play for all the crew to see as well is a nice little bonus.
And Juniper is detoxifying the alcoholifying the local area for you, so you're not having to make Constitution saving throws. However, if you leave and head towards the satyrs, the condition remains unchanged there. So, are you all attempting to set up a play? Are we beach episoding this?
I think I do a play for sure.
Yeah. Everyone needs to relax a little, right?
Yeah.
All right. You hop back on the ship, I'm assuming, or are you guys taking the long way there?
How long of a walk is it?
It's about 4 hours.
Oh,
I mean, if we're asking, are we going to be transporting the troop, or are we expecting them to, travel, on their own while we're away?
That's a good point.
Because if they're going to be traveling, more and trading more regularly, maybe we can clear these roads of and any sort of difficulties they might encounter.
It's certainly possible.
Could be a low key adventure.
Is the adventure now to make a road between two nations?
What an adventure! Get the shovels out.
Yeah, I mean they can maybe Skywatcher and Dawncaller could, if they'd like to, they could set up alternate means of transport. I don't know if they have access to things like travel via plants or something along the lines of teleportation.
They unfortunately do not. Dawncaller, stories have been passed down through history of such power. However, the last matriarch that had that power died out several generations ago, and she lived well beyond the expected lifespan in Sarantir, which Dawncaller hopes to accomplish same now that she's not somewhere where they are running for their lives every day.
Does the river flow? Because there's a river in the Satyr village, right? Is there a river that flows near the Oglakanu tribes?
Are we going riverboating?
Yes. Come on in, babe. Speaking of young creatures, you got timeout again. Mommy put you in timeout? What?
Oh
okay.
my.
Come tell them. Come tell them.
Oh.
You're gonna tell them. Yep. You're gonna spill the tea, kiddo.
Oh,
Tell them. Say hi. Tell them what happened. You got time
Hi,
out?
Arthur.
Holy.
Why'd you get time out?
Yeah, well, listen.
You weren't listening.
Yeah.
You weren't listening to mommy.
Yeah.
Okay. Read the cranky. Read the cranky. Okay.
The timer goes. There's a sound. And I got a timer. What are these three names?
It's the normal people. It's Allie, Paige, Eugene, and Moses.
And so I did Toad.
Yep.
And Liv.
Mm-hmm.
And these green guys.
Yep. There's lots of names over there. Okay. All right. Read the computer. Be with us. All right. Time to say goodnight.
Hey, we'll talk to them first.
No. You're...
Oh, shoot.
Can you say goodnight to everybody?
What?
Say goodnight. Come on, Bubba's.
I don't want to say that.
Come on, Bubba's. You gotta listen. That's why you were just in timeout. Can you say goodnight, please?
Yeah. Ali is named Toad.
Mm-hmm. Allie plays Toad. Kate plays Rick. Eugene plays Altair. And Moses plays Valerian. They're playing characters. One day you will understand it.
Oh,
You have no choice.
Ali is my friend.
Mm-hmm. Say goodnight, Bubba's.
Yeah.
Say goodnight.
Okay.
Say goodnight.
Oops.
Good
I'll try
night.
again.
good night.
Oh, he already did not.
All right, Bubba's. Give me a hug.
That's me.
Good night, sweet boy. I was wondering what that was. All right, leave it be. No, you gotta leave that be. Good night. Thank you, baby. Can you tell where Juniper gets her? I didn't peek the mic for you, at least. Okay. Was I hearing some sort
Loving
of river
homage.
transportation?
Oh
Yeah. I think the question was, does the river, travel between the two? Could they build a boat or something?
It's not necessarily a straight line. However, yeah, there is a river that runs to the southeast corner of this map. You could do a quick survey, which from the sky, which if you raise up the Dragonhawk ship high enough to get a good sight picture, this river is the same river that runs through the Satyr village. If you were to use boats, the river runs south, so quintessentially it would be faster for the satyrs to make it here versus having to paddle back upstream for the Ogulakanu tribe. But it is possible if you make boats. You got the material for boats?
Are we surrounded by a forest?
True. We're surrounded by a forest. Just gonna go chopping down trees.
Yeah. What are we doing? Come on.
Okay.
I
Oh
do wanna become
man,
a builder.
how are you gonna make the boats though? Where's your woodworker?
Oh,
Sir Arnos, right? We got a
Mhm.
new guy.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he can do it.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be
Maybe-
as quick or fast.
it's not
Wait.
the same.
The Dragonhawk is a boat.
The Dragonhawk
We could
is
just
a
fly
boat.
them here.
Yeah, the Dragonhawk is a boat. It can float in water.
But
Oh.
that's kind of funny, right? Like we could just fly. And
Wait.
we're just gonna use it like a ship.
Oh, would Oak Blossom get drunk for being like
Oh,
in the river like that?
Would you care to find out?
Is the river
Let's
big
do
enough to
it.
support the Dragonhawk so we don't
The
crash
river
again?
is large enough up until the outskirts of the Satyr village. The river widens and deepens. Yes. I will
Okay.
say that it totally can. If you want... Yeah,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
your ship can function as a standard boat. With your power thruster, it's almost kind of like a motorboat, but it's not designed perfectly for that. Your Dragonhawk technically has a swim speed of, it looks like, 45 feet. You have a
It's
swim
so
speed
pointless.
of 45.
It's so like taking the long way around for no reason.
Have you guys ever heard of those river cruises in Ondo? That could be fun for the crew.
Now, that used to call me old Riverboat Rick.
Fucking,
Rick, you have allergies again?
Excuse me.
fucking Steamboat Willie is not copyrighted. We got Mickey Mouse in this bitch.
I think I want to leave Oak Blossom here with Juniper. Let's go by foot across land if we have to.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're
hiking in the nice domain wilderness, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
absolutely
and then
can.
Oak Blossom can teach Juniper a little bit more language as well.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. So you are heading into the wilds. You guys are going to take a walk.
Mhm. Does
It
anyone of
is.
the crew want to come with us? I'm going to turn the question on you, Mr. GM.
Ooh.
Well, let's see. Who would be interested in going on a walk where they may or may not be getting fucked up? Lila.
Mm.
Who else?
Can I invite Gus?
Uh,
You want to go on a little nature walk with Gus?
Yeah, a little Gus nature walk.
Oh,
Hike.
maybe you can learn to use your gun while we're.
Yeah.
You guys could do some little male bonding.
okay. So the 4 that would be interested and or ordered to go on the nature walk.
If he doesn't want it, if he actually doesn't want to go, if he's like vehemently against it, then that's fine.
He's not vehemently. He's just like, there's probably more important things to do right now, Captain. But I mean,
Are there? He's got to learn to relax.
Yeah. We're in a nice, safe place.
okay.
How Gus got his groove back.
Oh, Gus got his groove back. Absolutely.
Maybe Sabina can give him some like facial lotions to like relax.
That's gonna do it.
Something for his beard, like a beard moisturizer or something.
Hey, beard wax,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Efni, your satyr paladin, is totally about it.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense.
It's kind of a shtick. And Tobrov is gonna go because he thinks there's gonna be something to hunt.
Hey, maybe there
Uh,
is.
And Lila's just going to enjoy nature. Because this place reminds Lila of the Fae. Okay. So you bring along four people. Do all of you, is any of you running too, or is this all, did I break this up perfectly? I don't actually know.
I'm running Lila and Tobrov.
Ah, there's a double up, okay. Well, you'll be alright. Okay. You guys are taking a stroll through nature. What are you guys doing on this walk? Toad, are you looking for any herbs? Are you...
I think Toad will very casually look for some herbs.
Daphne will absolutely help you if they have flower buds that can be easily distinguished by.
Oh shoot. Move on to someone else. I can look at my list of what kind of stuff I can get.
Okay. Lila's just going to be taking flight and exploring, stretching her wings. Gus is going to be taking like a defensive patrolling walk. And Tobrov is like holding his bow, like trying to listen for any sort of creatures he can find.
Mm-hmm.
There will definitely be a bunny that escapes Tobrov.
Good luck next time, bud.
Yeah. Val, what are you doing as you walk through this land that is reminiscent of where you spent so much time in your youth, the Fae?
Yeah, I think the first part of the journey, especially bringing Gus along and just kind of egging him on to go until he finally does. I think the first part, maybe 30 minutes into it, 15 minutes, it's just like kind of just chumming it up with Gus and everybody else in the crew, and then I think he does kind of take a step back, not a step back, but just by himself. He's just admiring the nature around him and the nature of what it is around him, and thinks of Amale, Aaron, and how this was our first kind of big thing that we did with the Dragonhawk, and just taking it in for a while. But I do, after maybe some time's passed, kind of just want to pull back Gus for a little bit as we're walking. Gus, what's up? You don't like taking a little nature walk?
Captain, I'm just... I think this is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm worried that we could be losing our way. And I don't mean that as a criticism to your leadership style or any of the decisions we've made. I recognize you did what you did for the reasons and the information that you had on hand, but it seems like we always find ourselves in situations that push the lines that, frankly, I never wanted to cross. I want to be able to come home from this with semblance that we did the right thing. And I think out here is doing its damnedest to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're right. I mean, it's just one thing after the next, feels like. You know, it's, what was it, a week ago, 3 weeks ago maybe? We, maybe a month, 2. We witnessed a dragon take reign on a entire encampment of people. And we ended up saving, by the way, because we stepped out of our comfort zone. Now, you know, it wasn't one of our brightest moments, of course. I think there's a lot of things that we could have done to prevent that. But I think the actions that we took that day, if I'm honest, probably set us up to what we're doing now and what we've been, the practice that we've been doing. You know, I know that report came out that said that, you know, we were kind of behind the Brailish and everybody else, but Corvair. But what that doesn't take in, I think, is the real connections. Not even connections, but the outposts, if you want to talk about it militarily. But the connections, the people that we've even invited on our ship. And, you know, I just want to say, Gus, a lot of these people look up to you. You know, you're just the old guard, you know, you're kind of you are the line. You know, people don't want to cross you. And we shouldn't cross you, but cross the line, of course, too. But, what happens is when we have a disagreement, you know, maybe we think that we are toeing that line. I think me and you do a good job of talking about it. But I think something I've learned, maybe from Aaron, is you gotta show it too. You gotta basically mean it, even if you don't. You know, Altaic up there. That is Alaric's body. We saw Altaic start as just a tool, a weapon, and it saved us multiple times, and it grew, saved us, and it grew. And when Alaric was gone, I wanted nothing to do with Altair. Nothing. But that day that we had that party on the ship, I made that big kind of gesture and speech about accepting. It's not because I necessarily believed in myself, because I, still look at Altaic and appearances change, but I can still see Alaric in there. And it's tough, but you can't let the people that you care about see that, because we've agreed together as a team, as a group, as a unit, as a ship, that this is what we're doing. That's all I want to say. So,
Cap, we're more than this ship. We are the embodiment of the hopes of a nation. What we do out here reflects upon everybody we know back home. I mean, most of this crew's got families they're leaving behind for months, maybe years. Myself included. Cap, I don't know if you know this, I got a boy back home that I want to be able to stand in front of his face at the end of this and tell him that we did right. And I think for the most part we have, but Cap, yes, Altaic has helped us, but why? I can't help thinking that why would this thing that serves a different cause want to join ours? Because yes, Alaric joined. Hell, he damn near built the Dragonhawk by himself. But yet, that's his body. But Altaic could just leave. Altaic's not bound by the same initiatives that the rest of us are, and that's what makes me worry. Not that he hasn't done good, but he could be commanded by someone else to lead. And we might not be able to sway him to convince him otherwise. I get it. He has proven himself by his actions, but there's a reason we don't give him the dossier. There is a whole nother faction of people, a whole race of people that are unlike anybody else on this ship. And he is the only one that knows what the fuck they do. He won't talk about that. That's what makes me nervous, Ken. Because we don't know what any of those mind flayers have been doing. We don't know what their goals are. We don't know if they're hostile. The two that we've seen may just be freak accidents, and the rest of them are going to blow us up as soon as we try to talk to them. Hell, he may just be hitching a ride like they are. I get it. When we're in front of the people, we have to be united front. But Captain, it is my duties and responsibilities as your security officers to enforce on Dare's initiative on it. And I'm always going to be the counterweight to you on that. It's not to say I don't agree or disagree, but that's my role. I have to do that. Because when they call us back to Eberron, and we got to stand before those people, I have to tell them everything that we've discussed. I will never discuss what we discussed with the crew, but to that council, I must divulge everything that we do.
Yeah, that's why you're the best around. You're right, we need a differing opinion, maybe even a devil's advocate, even if you don't believe it.
You may call me the devil's advocate, but I'm trying to keep us out of jail, to be perfectly honest.
That's the person they usually think are the strictest, but you're one of the best, Gus, and you've been out here a lot longer than I have. been doing a lot longer than I have, and I do rely on you a
Cat,
lot.
you're making stumbles, but you're doing all right. Have some confidence in yourself.
How do you think we're doing? Just kind of overall out of 10. What do you think?
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
Scratches beer. Well, depends on the day you ask. But overall, I'd give us a 7. I'd give us a 7.
Oh,
I think there are. I just can't. I cannot.
Listen, if I hit that leaf on that tree right there with this musket, I'll pull out that musket. It's a 10.
Do
Deal?
you even know how to shoot that damn thing?
I think there's like something you pull over here in my right hand. I don't know.
Okay,
I
hate to
once met a
interrupt.
goblin that used to run around with some shit like this. Let me see if I can help you. It's so sad watching you.
I gotta interrupt. I have to go.
Go. Okay.
Okay.
All good, dog.
Yeah. I'll be back in 30 minutes if you guys are still playing. If not, that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
we'll be here.
But
We'll be here. We'll be
pilot my characters responsibly.
no worries.
I'll be
Before they
back.
go drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna stay in the call, but I'll be muted.
Yeah, you're fine.
Devin.
You're fine.
Sounds good.
Rick is about to go pick someone up, and Kay's just gonna be driving with someone randomly listening to our D&D conversation.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
Like, what are you listening to right now? Don't worry about it.
It's NPR.
Just a podcast.
NPR. Chief Gus will try to give you the basics of firing your musket, your smoke powder musket. Yeah, what are you trying to shoot right now? This calm, tranquil scene as you pull out your firearm?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just trying to shoot some leaf on a tree, basically.
Some leaf.
Just maybe like 10 yards away. 10 yards.
Okay. Roll me a. Let's do. I'll say he'll give you enough to give you your dexterity bonus if you have one. You don't have one.
I don't.
Go ahead and add half your proficiency. Just roll me a d20 plus 2 because you guys are about to level up.
Ooh,
Wow.
natural
Okay.
19.
Wow. Okay. So Gus shows you how to pull the lever back and aim, position the two sights. You've never held something equivalent to a firearm before. And the leaf is still. The wind has calmed down for a moment. And in this silent area of tranquility, you nail the shit out of the leaf. And Tobrov jumps, and Altaik, you hear this gunshot behind you.
Everyone all right?
Just another day, another leaf for Valerian. And I'll pull the leaf off, go over, get it, kind of like walk very confidently, go get it. That's a 10, Gus. That's a 10.
We got to figure out how to make more ammo if we're going to use these significantly. I do think there is a good argument to be made of training on these weapons. I wish we could have got a gift to teach us how to really use them and how to make the ammunition, but we can try to reverse engineer onesie twosies.
Yeah, maybe that's your project, Gus. Maybe you work with Blip once he's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah,
Once they're feeling a little bit better.
I'll see what I can do. Toad.
Toad is looking for salvia, which is boundless in forest biomes.
Okay.
And we'll
Right.
describe it to Ethne since he's helping. Yeah,
Okay.
they're like tall clusters of purple flowers, and the leaves have hairs on the bottoms of them. They're it's really beautiful plant.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just
Shrugs
start
his
making a
shoulders.
bouquet.
Yep, sure. And he just starts wandering off, very like nonchalant. Starts finding these flowers, helping you find these flowers. Are you looking for these flowers all the way there?
Um, yeah, I think so. Total stockpile.
Okay. So they are boundless.
Yeah.
Oh, helps if I spelled boundless right. Brownless.
Roundless.
Okay. So that is the highest level. Okay. Um, you can
That
roll
should be
me.
sorry, that should be the most common, right?
Yes, the most common, absolutely.
Okay.
You're looking for what? Sativa moss? No, you're looking
Salvia.
for salvia. Yes, absolutely in this forest.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're spending all 4 hours looking for that, well, you're immune to poison, so you don't have to deal. You're resistant or immune?
I'm resistant. I'm resistant to it.
So let's make some Constitution saves, shall we?
All right.
I will roll for Cade. Let's go ahead and roll 2 Constitution saves.
Ooh.
Need to roll.
I'm gonna use an inspiration to reroll that first one.
Okay. Yep. Need to roll higher than a 12 for these
You
first
said 2 Constitution saves?
2 Constitution saves, correct? Yeah. So, you guys might have been doing some drinking. You might have built up a little bit of a tolerance to this stuff. So to use your inspiration to reroll that one. Did you roll a second one? I just see.
I rolled
16.
a 16 and a 14. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So you are all able to remain relatively unaffected. So go ahead and give me. Let's do 3D. Let's do it this way. Let's do. Gonna be 2d6 per hour. Effie's gonna help you, so he'll give you an additional d6. So I'm gonna say roll me 6d6 for this first 2 hours.
Okay.
And the number you roll is the amount of salvia you obtain.
Nice.
Go ahead and
Okay.
mark that down. Relatively easy to get your hands on.
Is the salvia in like any particular condition? Like, is it in like the peak of the season? Are there like
Oh, that's
insects?
an excellent question. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that roll. Hold on.
Oh, there's
Let's
a roll for that.
Yeah, there is a roll for that actually. Thank you for
Gotcha.
prompting me for that.
Hmm.
Let's do. What have we done before? We've done herbalism, right?
It's like an herbalism check. Yeah.
Let's do an herbalism check to see how many of those are higher rarity. So go ahead and give me that herbalism check.
Sublime. All right.
Yeah, let's
Fingers
see how many are
crossed.
sublime. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Roll me 2d4. Okay. So
Nice.
5 of these reagents are sublime. And I will give you, as previously, and I'm probably going to continue to do this, you can pick whatever sublime aspect that you want. And it could be, I'll say for this one, for this particular role, pick one sublime aspect and property that you want to pick for all of those 5. And then next
Okay.
time you roll, we'll say because you found them in one patch, next time you roll on a gathering batch, you can pick a different grouping.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for the reminder. There is actually a better version, which does make cooler, stronger
It
things.
does. It does.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's the common reagents, and then they can find sublime or worse versions if they're trying to find it in a shitty spot for it. This is a pretty crunchy system we get. Okay.
Is this, what's it used for?
Oh.
I'll take it's kind of just like I have in mind that he's like ritually casting detect magic as he go along. He like wants to see like what the aether feels like of this plane, but so he's sort of distractedly asking. It's like, oh, do what do you intend with this? Is this for cooking, for just for aesthetics?
Oh,
Is this food for any other animal? Should we expect I don't know, other herbivores to come by?
well, I'm sure that I'm not sure how it tastes. Well, it's pretty good in a tea, I suppose. So, no, it's for. I've been, experimenting a little with crafting like potions and other elixirs. That this plant, see that the flowers, if you brew them into a tea, they produce a concoction that is restorative. Um, if you take the stems um, and create a tincture with them, it can also act as a stabilizer. I just think it would be interesting to maybe combine it with some of the shark blood and see if there's a way to, use the property that gives enhanced vision without, um, hurting anyone. I mean, it was fine for me, but Rick got sick eating it, so.
Yes, well, he. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Toad, take inspiration. You're so creative.
Hey, I like plants, man.
Yeah. At that description, I'll take. Will kind of pick one himself. Take in the scent. Maybe even like chew on, like on the stem, as described, to see if he can glean some aspect about it.
If you ingest a little bit of it, your detect magic seems to last just a hair longer than you would expect. It seems to prolong the duration of your detect magic for a moment or two longer than you would expect. It seems to imbue your body with a little bit of, maybe you have a small cut that seems heal a little bit faster than you'd be expecting. You feel at ease.
That's nice. And
calming.
there's like he's like, how do I describe what I'm feeling? Maybe lingering ease.
I wonder what it feels like to have muscles and get tense. I mean, I wonder how similar the experience is to how I feel when I'm, experiencing stress.
Have you considered the instincts of your wild shapes? Maybe some of them would relish this experience very differently from you, as you are now. He's like
Well.
chewing on like flower petals as he does so.
Toad is gonna wild shape into a little deer
Yeah.
and eat some of the flowers.
Oh, bro, that's Toad.
Oh. I know. I know Toad turned into animals. Animal Toad does not look like animal hunt animal. Dobrov, what do you take Dobrov for? Dobrov is not dumb brute.
Are you saying I don't look edible, Tobrov? Is there something wrong with my form? If you have critiques, please. How could I be more?
No. Dobrov thinks you look stunning in this form. Dobrov does not believe that Dobrov can eat metal. And tree bark is not very tasty, so Dobrov thinks that Toad would not be good meal. But Dobrov thinks Toad is friend, so Dobrov would never hunt beast Toad.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I don't know that I would stand a chance against you, Tobrov. You fight so.
No, No, Toad, you fight well too. You are warrior. You bring animal powers?
Yeah. I can like morph into animals. I could probably put those words together and come up with a new word for what I am, but I'll think about it.
It is fascinating.
Oh,
Uh, someone tell Tobrov if they see a real deer. Tobrov is hungry. Starts looking around again.
Toad. Oh shoot, Toad's a deer. Toad stays a deer.
Yeah.
Yes, so Toad, you attempt to eat some of the salvia.
Yeah.
This is interesting because while your body takes a mechanical form akin to your Warforged heritage, when you wild shape, you embody the instincts and natures. You are feeling prone to drawing yourself to the instincts and natures of the creatures that you spent so much time studying in forests, similar to the one that you find yourself in now. And so I would say that the deer that you have observed have also eaten this grass. They are herbivores. Salvia would be a type of plant that the deers would eat. And so there would be this instinctual knowledge, whether it is the plant itself conducting this effect or if it's the phantom remembrance of the creatures you have observed in the past. But you do feel some of the wooden sinew of the shoulder blades, the hard wooden sinew, begin to relax just a bit. It seems to stretch out a little bit more. Your metallic plates shift to allow a little bit more space and comfort as the sinews expand. So, whether that's the effect of the salvia or the muscle memory of the deer that you watched for hours, maybe days, in quiet fascination in your early days of discovering the more peaceful world that was far different from the world that you began in. Find yourself a little bit more relaxed in this one.
That's interesting. I feel calm and peaceful. My I don't think I felt this good since we left on this adventure.
Can't wait to see the tea you produce then. You know, as he's like finishing off the rest of the bud himself. Now he's I suppose he's just like playing with the stem.
You
It's like,
hear, you
there's
hear,
an aspect of like Altaic's nature where it's just like, where he's also like wandering idly. It's like, I wonder what the predators of this realm feel about such calm prey or calm herbivores.
Oh, maybe they, like Tobrov, can sense that I'm not prey. I like what I can do and what I can become, and I think it's beautiful to be so unique, but it's hard to blend in a little. It's hard to feel, part of the herd when you stand out so much.
Yeah, I also have trouble with that too. Maybe you could teach me a little bit. Especially when it comes to, dealing with beings that can detect me. I don't want to go from realm to realm fending celestials. I think I'm doing my best to hide the aura, but maybe this visage is is presenting more of a daunting obstacle for our crew. Maybe I could find my own face.
I don't. I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know. I think I probably feel differently about you than a lot of other people on our ship. Mm. But this is the you that I know. But if you want to change your form, I support you completely. Of course, it would be sad, I think, in some ways, to not see this form anymore. But I think if you wanted to change your form, you should feel free to, as much as you want. That's what I do, and no one seems to be bothered by it. Even when there was that one time I turned into a centipede, and Rick didn't like it very much. But
So I won't add more legs to the
yeah, I
equation.
think legs is maybe what it is. It's the
I'm imagining Cade trying to explain what this conversation is right now to whoever this passenger is in the car.
Yeah.
who would you be? I think whoever you are, that's who you should be. I don't think you should change yourself if it just to make other people more comfortable. That doesn't seem fair.
There's a a beat where he pauses like, I think it's like, well, I think who I want, who I am will change depending on the circumstance. The I feel this, this affinity to Alaric's goal and the to the goal and the will he's passed down, but I think that I think it needs to manifest in different ways. I think that it'll present complications, baggage that is more harmful in the long run.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, especially being out on this walk away from the crew, and it's like this has been far more relaxing than I've ever felt aboard the Dragonhawk. And I don't think it's just distance from Oak Blossom that's doing that.
If anyone ever bothers you, you can tell me and I'll take care of it.
Gus, did you hear that?
What are they doing back there? Is Valerian shooting things?
Yeah, I think now at this point they're Valerian and Gus are trying to figure out how to reload the rifle.
Yeah. Just two brutes like looking down at this musket, like trying to figure out the inner workings.
Yeah. Gus knows his firearm, but not this firearm. So, and his firearm does not use any sort of actual physical ammunition. So he's like trying
It's an
to
arcane
understand.
blaster.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like at this point for you guys to make one more Constitution saving throw. I'll call this about an hour.
19.
19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. And this is really just a drunk check, I'd like to say.
Toad would like to
really-
fail their Constitution saving throw.
You
Ooh.
may do so. Okay, you fail. You are, I'm going to say, poisoned and the equivalent of tipped.
Okay. Oh, well, I chose to fail. Never mind. I was like, amazing. Toad's very relaxed. I think Toad is having a great time on this little nature walk. Toad feels pretty good about it.
Dobrov is also enjoying his nature walk. There is a squirrel that he begins to chase after.
Dobrov, what if you tried to shoot me? Do you think you could? I bet you can't. I'm pretty fast.
Dobrov does not have dull arrows.
I can take a hit at you're not gonna hurt me. You can't hit
You
me.
are metal. It shall be fine.
You can...
I'll take this. Tobrub, I bet you can't hit. I bet you can't hit Toad.
I bet 5 gold he can't hit me.
Oh,
2-1 odds. Tobrub,
Cade, you
what do
are
think?
missing out of rolling as Dobrov attempting to shoot another character. You are missing out. Okay, all right. Dobrov is going to. All right.
Let me see what my AC is as a deer. All right. 17.
Okay.
Oh wow.
All right. Let me make a intelligence save to make sure that he's not dumb enough to mark you as the sworn enemy of his oath bow. Nah, you're getting marked as the sworn enemy of his oath bow. Which means you are the only thing that he can attack against sworn enemies, so he has advantage on the attacks. I guess he's targeting you, Toad.
All right.
All right. He's gonna roll with advantage. Your target gains no benefit from cover, other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range. But you get the benefit of another natural 1, as the oath bow somehow blinks into a solid tree, as Toad in their deer form manages to slide just right at the right angle.
I knew you couldn't hit me, Tobrov. I'm too quick.
Dobrov has made error. Dobrov should not use bow in fighting. Dobrov cannot fight with bow for 7 days.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What is happening to Dobrov? Dobrov does not feel Dobrov has not drinking vodka, but Dobrov feels like he is drinking vodka. Can someone tell Dobrov what is happening?
oh.
It's like whenever you. It's like imagine you've had a drink in your hand for the last 2 hours,
Dobrov.
and then you've been drinking it every 5 minutes.
Dobrov like holds his hand up as if he's holding a mug, like staring at you all. He like tries to drink this pretend mug. Dobrov still does not understand, but is Dobrov okay? Is Dobrov safe?
You're okay.
Oh.
You're with
Safe,
Cruz.
Tobrov. As a
This
deer.
is- Huh? What'd you say?
I said, I'll keep you safe, Tobrov, as a deer.
As a-
Ah. Yes, let me lean. Ooh. Dobrov, like, big figure leans on the back of the deer. A little bit of metal scrapes. It's just massive weight. Like, just, like, he says, like, he wants to walk alongside you, and he ends up, like, leaning with his arm, and then he rolls his whole body over, and now he's like stomach on your back, like expecting to be carried.
I don't think the deer's very strong.
No.
So Toad will instead become a dire wolf or a polar bear, actually, just on theme for Tobrov, and become Tobrov's personal steed the rest of the way.
Drunk Tobrov laying sideways, draped over the polar bear like a captive body in Red Dead Redemption.
You're like Cade right now.
Right? Oh, I love it. Okay. All right. Do you still want Ethne to try to find some of these flowers? You can roll for Ethne if you'd like to.
Yeah. I'd love Ethne to keep searching. I imagine Ethne is like an anime pro tag watching us be silly, and it's like, they don't know my deep backstory.
I've given you the keys to the kingdom over here, Allie. I hope you appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, make 2 con saves for Ethne. And then
Alright.
everybody else make 1 more con save.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, Ethne.
That's fine. Ethne's not poisoned yet, but he's starting to feel a couple effects. Unless, is he? What is his resistance? Is he resistant to poison? He's a resistant to disease. He's immune to disease.
Oh, that was a cool sound.
Yeah, I put a little dice-o nice effect for nat 20s.
I like that.
I didn't hear it. That's
I
unfortunate.
didn't hear it either. I must have had... My environment volume was down?
Oh, it's really low. It's not that loud.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So on dice-o nice, 3D dice settings, special effects, particles, magic vortex.
Oh, shit. Okay. Ethne is a little slowed down, but he is able to do some rolls. Let's do 2d6. And go ahead and give me off of Ethne's sheet. Let's just roll me a d20 because he's not trained in herbalism. But I'll let him attempt. One of those can be a sublime. Ethne returns to you with these 7 standard salvia plants, and one that is particularly glowing a little bit more purple. Here you go, Toad. This is for you. Just like you asked.
Oh. Thanks. This looks great. Oh, I don't mean to I don't know to be a bother, but I can't really carry that right now. Could you hold on to it for me?
Rolls his eyes and puts the plants in with the other flowers in his hair and around the rest of it, like his shoulder. His shoulders grow a little bit. So he's rocking a little bit of cherry blossom, a little bit of red, a little bit of purple. It's given.
It's really slaying. Serving.
He's serving, all right. Okay. All right. With that, the 4 of you managed to arrive to the Seder village. Let's take a 10-minute break. I'm gonna try to shove some food down my face real quick.
Okay.
We'll jump back in.
Okay.
Super low threat right now, anyways.
Sounds good.
Figure out where it is the class feature isn't appearing on your sheet.
The weird thing is that like the class feature, like in my character sheet, it says that I'm Circle of the Forge. It just for some reason that like actual like level up button like is not like I can't. It won't let me do it. I was just gonna re-import it from
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
That's fair.
But it would be helpful in the future to find a way to do it through. I mean, I don't mind either way. I just don't want to break anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is Sasha okay?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
okay?
Cat. Navi just jumped up onto her desk unexpectedly.
Didn't sound like it jumped on her desk.
Oh, I did start the recording just for prosperity.
Gotcha.
leveling up and
Okay.
Stuff.
So I shouldn't say anything disparaging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
You know how we've been bad mouthing Rick this entire time.
Yeah. I don't want any proof.
No proof. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
and then for hit dice, we're rolling, and then if it's below the average,
You can take average.
okay. No, that's
Yeah,
great.
you
I
will
rolled
be
a 1.
taking average.
Yeah, so that'll be okay. So the average of a d6 is a 4 because or 3.
Yeah, it's 3.5 rounded up to 4.
Okay, cool. So I had a 5
So much.
total.
But you have the tough feat, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or yes I do.
Yeah, because I keep on expecting to open it up. Your character sheet is like, oh, yep, our squishy sorcerer. Oh, shit. He's got a lot more HP than I always expect.
Yeah. So Constitution +4 +2 per level. So she should have.
Yeah, so you should be able to just push the level up button. The features should show up there. Is anybody multi-classing? Anybody taking feats? I know some of you have discussed feats. Did you just roll max?
I rolled 2, because we rolled 2d, like, we roll advantage, basically, right? Or am I mixing it up? Either
No,
way,
is that
I
a-
rolled 2 10s, so.
Okay, cool.
You rolled 2, yeah, so you rolled a 5 and a 5 on the d10s.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, actually, why did it show the 10 side?
I don't
on
know
her?
why it had you roll 2. That's weird. But that is actually 5 is actually below your average. It should be 6. You take
So it should be
6 plus
7.
Yeah, 7 should be your added HP.
Oh, sorry, 6. So it would be 8. Sorry, math.
All right. Fingers
Yeah, but-
crossed.
I have your copy still.
Okay.
Why can't I change this? What?
Anybody multi-classing, taking feats? Well, you guys are probably still sorting stuff out, huh?
I'm taking feats. I'm trying to figure out how to find feats, but
Ooh, okay. So if you go to the
choose
compendium,
feat data source is what it's asking first, and then has a couple of data sources for it.
okay.
It's like
And
it's just Eldritch Adept, so I don't know what it, like Unearthed Arcana maybe.
It's not on Earth Arcana. Hold on. Eldritch Adept. Right. Let's see the source. The source is Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
All right.
I figured it was one of the old books.
I don't see it as an option for a source.
I can add it to your character sheet, I guess.
You're looking for Tasha's Cauldron of everything?
Yeah.
It should be in the base SRD.
Well, it says
That's all
choose. So basically, whenever I leveled up, it says choose feat data source, and it gives me a couple options. But
Yeah, so choose feat data source. SRD should also include Tasha's.
We will not mention the name
So
of
once
the
or
mod we
once-
are using on stream.
Yeah. One downside of leveling mid session.
I can pause this again if we're
Yeah,
trying
we
to
can pause it.
Yeah. I'll do that. Okay, we're back. We have leveled up. We're in the forest and shit.
Mhm.
Oberv is drunk. flopped over a polar bear version of Toad as the 8 of you arrive at the Satyr Village. What is this book?
Yeah, how are they?
The sun's
There-
in charge now, right?
Yes.
Thank-
Elric, the sun,
Elric.
is in charge. That's correct. Let me change up these tokens so it plays the names. I don't know why for the longest time I had it like, oh, if you hover over these NPCs, the names will pop up. It was a bad DM decision early on in the campaign, and I'm regretting it. Yes. So as you make it to the village, you will notice that the carpenter shop, the housing that held the carpenter shop up here, is actually in the process of being rebuilt, as if it took some sort of damage.
I'm still in the Ogulakano camp.
Me as
Oh,
well.
ha 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 ha.
Ah, there we go. This one up here took some damage.
The one on the top right of the map.
Gotcha. Well, what the hell happened?
What in the hell? So you are greeted by Elric. You see some of the familiar faces. Everyone seems to be in reasonably good spirit.
Good.
Elric approaches you all. Says, "Welcome back, spacefaring adventurers. You've missed some things since you've been gone."
Oh, yeah?
Yes. You missed a wonderful display of strength by some pirates.
Pirates.
Was one of them a bird?
Tell
No,
me
no, none of them
more.
were birds. They were actual pirates, not a bird.
Oh, okay.
It was.
I mean, a bird can be a pirate.
Could be pirates, yeah.
No, it was the. What did you call them? The. Oh, it's been some time. Oh, how long has it been? It's been months.
It's been a few months.
They
Talk about a
were
bird humanoid
you.
species.
No. You ran into them. You fought them.
The
You-
Reavers?
No. They were. They were
Griffins?
gangly looking fellas. They had like squid tentacles coming out of their faces. They looked
Oh,
god awful. I don't remember the name of these pirates. They attempted to raid a peaceful village. Luckily the giants saw them coming in from the sky and were able to repel them off, but poor Pivy lost his house. We've been working to restore it. I was about a month and a half ago at this point. We've been a
Wow.
little slow working on the house, but where were you?
Oh, you know. We've been hanging out, doing stuff. Got swallowed by a whale.
That sounds like a
You know.
fantastic story. What was the name of this whale? How big was this whale? What is a whale?
Oh, yeah. You know what? We had to explain this concept before earlier. We'd be happy to tell you about it.
I will also note that Toad is acting as your translator because they only speak Sylvan.
Damn it. That's right. I specifically got one time I prepared tongues just for this
Yeah, so you
occasion.
can talk.
I unprepared it. Damn it.
Get fucked.
Yeah. I should have no, because that's a preparation issue. I should have remembered.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I know Sylvan as well. Oh.
Oh, rub it in.
That's a little drunk. They're an unreliable translator.
Oh, are you now? I love this.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Toad. Remember, Toad failed the con save on purpose
Oh yes, absolutely.
earlier.
But yeah, Elric will explain that they were attacked by 2 ships, about close to 2 months ago. And based on their descriptions, it reminds you of the Abandoned.
Yeah.
Oh, the abandoned.
Well, tell me, timeline-wise, when did we go and raid the abandoned base?
A significant period of time after you first encountered the base.
Hmm.
But that
So this-
that was
Based on the timeline,
Pretty
though,
smart.
this was before you raided the asteroid.
yeah.
Okay. So maybe this is like sort because I was about to say I thought we took care of those guys.
You did, but you didn't
There
for,
were 2
for
ships
some time.
missing, right?
There were 2
Yeah.
ships missing.
Hmm. And
We
they're
might
now
have
in
to
the
go
rings
back
of
to-
Cerberus.
Kill to lie.
Ah man. I
I
guess
mean,
we
you
are
did kind
strong.
of like lock them in an asteroid.
Yeah. And we just thought that would take care of it.
I mean,
yeah.
So we're
based
like,
on the
that's job done.
timeline wise, those 2 ships were gone when you destroyed these. But like I said, like timeline wise, you left the abandoned because you went to Olrun before dealing with the abandoned.
Right.
So in between first encountering the asteroid and then going to Olrun, the attack here occurred.
Gotcha. So if
But-
we don't, yeah.
But luckily, the Ugolukanu tribe here is warriors that you brought here. And actually, no, hold on. Yeah, because you brought the Ugolukanu tribe here pretty early, and then you took some. No, so it would have happened after you finished Olrun, but you took some downtime in between Olrun and handling the abandoned. So it would have happened when the Ugolukanu tribe was here, but they had
Yes.
freshly arrived here. That's how that's set up. Trying to get my time frames together.
So
That-
next
I
time
think
let's
that's- Oh, go ahead.
no, let's just say next time we got to take care of our housekeeping so that our places that we go to don't get raided.
Well, they'll be raided by, these abandoned or by some other form of pirate. We were familiar with some other pirates aboard or former pirates aboard this crew.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the abandoned.
That's true. But to be fair, though, the abandoned are the only pirates we've actually seen out here.
That's true. Do we have do we have any reason to believe that they're still on this plane?
No. Elric will tell you that the Goliaths did significant damage to the ships. They escaped, but they managed to kill some of the pirates on the ships. It was the small ships.
Oh, did they leave anything behind? Part of their hull? Any of their...
They would have. There would have been the debris that was used. A lot of that wood was converted into repairing the house, Pivy's house.
I should like to examine it. Sometimes they leave some of their essence in their craft. I don't know how much you'd like that intermeshing with your own homes.
Yes, you are a renowned woodworker. Sure, absolutely. Elric will take you.
Thank you.
Like what you've done with your hair.
Yes, it's been time for a change.
So Elric is leading Altaic to inspect the house. What are the rest of you doing? You can see Thistle, the previous leader, seemingly smoking out of a long pipe, sitting in a gazebo, watching the tranquil lake.
Hell yeah.
It's very vibey here.
Oh, we gotta ask him about the play.
Yes, yes.
You approach Thistle about the play. So Thistle is no longer in command. Thistle is now taken a firm grasp of setting on the plays, much to everyone's dismay, because Thistle ran out of new and fresh ideas a long time ago. However, he still runs the plays. He's very excited for his next one. It is the story of how he fooled everyone.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
A classic.
Does he think you can
Classic
take his
moment.
show on the road? Maybe a little 4-hour hike away?
I don't even think a persuasion roll is needed for Thistle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he want to perhaps perform for a whole new audience and maybe give some thanks back to the Giants?
Yeah. He would love for some new audience to practice his material. Is there any particular play you'd like? You can do the one that he had already discussed, involving you. And he would love it if, here's the rip. He'll do it, but you have to play as yourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we can turn that down.
That seems fun.
Absolutely. Okay. We're all going to go back into our memory bank and remember what happened almost
I
2
remember
years
that
ago
I
in
called
time.
it off. I called it correctly. I knew it wasn't real.
Back when I was not recording these sessions, so I can't go anything back on the
Yeah.
reference. That was like less than session 12 in. It was so early in this campaign.
It was
Yeah,
really
that was
early.
Really early.
It was like, that would have been like session 3 or session 4. Something crazy low. Absolutely.
That was like one of our first like big, like quote unquote fights before
You came here first.
This is the first
Yeah.
planet, yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
And you know, we're gonna need someone to play Aaron.
Oof.
It's true.
You are going to need someone to play Aaron.
Sag.
Lila will with humbleness in her heart play Aaron. She totally wants to do it.
If Valerian's okay with that.
Of course.
Or you can get Effie to do it. Okay. All
We
right.
can have casting. Auditions.
Yeah, auditions.
Who are
Maybe
you
Gus
going
can
to?
do it.
Okay. Who are we? Are you hosting auditions for the 4 with you, or are you going to go back to the crew and ask for other recommendations?
I bet Tobrov could do it. Me and Aaron.
Yeah.
I don't think Tober has ever met Aaron.
Tobrov has never met Aaron. Tobrov would just try to. He would not. You would have to feed him every line. He would just hold a paper. He would read a script.
Yeah,
Well,
With the
exactly.
benefit of telekinesis, we can do that. Or telepathy.
Yeah, I was gonna say telekinesis. You're gonna
Moving
make
his
float
lips.
around.
That's an intellectual feat. Doing your lines while feeding somebody else their lines. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Puppeting a giant elephant man.
Okay. I'll tell you. You want to inspect the
Mhm.
house. What's your
Yeah.
intent here?
He wants to see if they've left, if there's like elements of their hall that still bear their signature, so it could be tracked, perhaps. Or if it might serve as like a complication for the construction, like the material has become contaminated and might spread its essence
Okay.
unknowingly.
Let's do. What can I check? Let's do either an investigation or arcana check here.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh. Do I want to? Yeah, he'll push himself. That's my last inspiration.
It's
Better.
slightly better.
Yeah. You get the sense that the wood itself was affected by the abandoned the same way that they were affected by whatever caused them to shift into aberrations, right? Because the bodies of the creatures were affected by some sort of event, and their ship was also affected, and that was noticeable by their ability to warp or jump, teleport their entire ship short distance. That was primarily the effect of whatever the event that occurred to them on the spelljamming helm of their ships.
Mhm.
However, there is some resonant energy in the wood that was primed to shift. And this can be seen by a piece of the wood. Every time they nail it down, it pops up.
Gotcha. Yeah. Altaik will have been like reading this essence and like seeing how the attempts to like join this timber splinters or resists. There's maybe like a translucency, like a hint of it that he can sense. And he looks to Elric. It's like I can sense that you know, I can sense that it's the essence of the abandoned in this lumber. And I imagine you've been having difficulties fully ingraining it into your structure. I think it still bears the mark of their control and perhaps of being a part of the craft and the purpose of whoever helms their Spelljammer. I recommend removing it, and could leverage it once it's detached as a way to track these pirates down, so that the Dragonhawk crew could seek justice on your behalf.
Oh, okay, that little piece of wood has been popping up nonstop. You can take it off my hands. I'm sure we can find something else.
Wonderful.
Not sure what you're gonna do with it, but sounds like you got an idea. Sure, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. And there's a bit where it's just like, oh, I do it. Right. I have these tools.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Yes. They are +1. He's no longer proficient with them.
You're a +1. This will be an Alric check.
Yeah. Okay. So these are essentially intelligence roll. I have a +1 with it. Not a full dummy.
Mhm.
So 12, and then the other 1d6, I think it still is.
Mm-hmm. It's a D6.
Okay.
That puts you at a 10.
So 12 and 10.
You're
Hmm.
prying up a loose board of wood from Pivy's house. You reasonably believe that you can probably just pull it and it comes out. And your assumptions are justified. You give it a quick nudge, you pull the nail out of the other side so it doesn't like snatch or damage the other wood around it. You pull the other pieces of nails out of it, and you're able to get that piece of wood. It's like a 4 foot by, yeah, it's like a 4 foot by like half-foot plank.
Yeah, and as he pulls it up, there's like a it's like, oh, small favors. I didn't rip up the rest of the floor with it. Yeah. It must have been difficult to tame, even if you've steamed it and tried to make it, tried to flatten it. I imagine it still curls to match the shape of its original ship.
Yeah, it was the darndest thing.
I'll take it off your hands then. Thank you very much,
All right, then. Okay.
You've acquired wood.
Yeah, so
Good
Altair
news,
comes
everyone!
walking out, carrying this 4 foot long plank of wood out the house.
I've abandoned wood. I have an abandoned piece of timber. I mean, a plank.
That's great. That's honestly, I'll take. I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
I think the air is getting to him.
Tobo's confused. Yeah,
It's key for tracking them in case we might not just be, finding them back at Talai's. If we want to find them out there. Alec would know how to. All right.
Aren't you, Elric? I'm confused. Elric says, like to himself quietly.
There's getting to me.
Did you say Alric or Elric?
Yes.
Who am I?
And I'm Rick. Oh God.
Okay. You guys didn't bring any barrels to fill up on Everclear.
Damn it.
No, but the
Hey,
river runs by the Ogulakanu tribe
right.
too.
No.
That it does.
I think I don't know how to get our
think-
alcohol.
But if my memory serves correctly, I think you found a way to filter the water down
I was
by
gonna
the
say we can't.
Ogulakanu.
We
I
had a
thought
way to turn it into normal water, right?
Yeah. I think you guys
We could turn it into
manufactured
normal.
some sort of weird thing like that. But you can go just above that device.
I remember trying to deal with the atmosphere. I don't know if we filtrated the water.
I think we talked about that could be a possibility, but we ultimately landed on juniper as a solution for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or getting our Everclear.
Yeah.
You're getting your Everclear one way or another.
We need
But
a
you're not
crew
getting it
mod to go
here.
find them.
All right, you have successfully convinced Thistle with his small band, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4 around him that will participate. But honestly, if you're putting on a play, the whole village will probably just go if it's just a day thing.
Yeah. Surely the more the merrier.
Surely.
Sure.
We could have a little party on the way there. While we're walking for 4 hours.
Carrying
Traveling
code.
party. Do we need to rehearse? Is there gonna be? Is this a musical? What sort of performance is this?
It has to be.
Oh shit.
It has to be. It's a band of satyrs with traveling. You've got bards, and this can't not be a musical. Every play that Thistle puts on is a musical. Canon. I'm calling it right now.
Mhm.
There's at least one song or extremely dramatic monologue in every single one of them.
How do the rest of the villagers feel about that? Are they, pretty happy about musicals?
Some of them love it. Some of them, they're okay about it. I would say you can do an insight check, find out who cares, who doesn't.
We'll convince the rest of them.
Would happily do an insight check.
Hold on. Elric and Pivy could care. Could definitely do without it. They prefer more serious theatrical plays because they used to do those. You can get the sense that Elric is sick of his dad living his best show tunes life. Everyone else is either neutral or is supportive. Seek is absolutely, as the bard of the group, wants all of them to be musicals.
Get job insurance.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Toad will also ask Thistle and Elric. I guess, actually, wait. I don't see. I wrote down in my notes, fuck this guy about Thistle. I think. I think Toad will ask Elric, the responsible one, to nurture the 10 star thistle seeds that they bought on Therendor.
Okay.
Since it's
You're
one of my garden bastions.
Ah. Okay. And so you want to nurture the thistle seeds into a garden that expands?
I would like to just plant them so that I can harvest them later, basically.
Okay.
But I figured I needed a garden for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a garden. Yes. So go ahead and what it looks like. Oh, you don't have an actual ID here. Okay. If you type can you type in Star Thistle and just queue it up for 14 days? Or do a 10-day.
I can definitely do that.
Okay.
I wonder if it'll
And
let
then-
me type it in, actually.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll let you type it in.
If not, I can track it manually. I don't mind.
Okay, no worries.
It does not let me type it in, so I will just check it manually.
I was just double checking my compendiums to see if I had star thistles, but I don't think these are actually added in.
No, and I checked.
Nah.
I checked for some of the other ones earlier just to see.
Do you know,
but
I will need to do that. I will make a note to actually make those reagents items that you can track on your character sheet. I think that's
is
that's
it just to make like a custom D&D Beyond item?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'll do that in my downtime. Yeah.
Yeah, do that, and then you should be able to then drag that item and drop it into the bastion. It'll be a 10-day, and they will increase by 20% every 10-day. Actually, here is probably one of the best places. Is the environment here good for them? That is the question.
They are not. I will tell you, they are not
Yeah, we're
boundless
looking.
in a forest environment. They are.
They are rare.
Rare.
So I'm
Quite
going to
rare.
say that they increase by 10% every 10-day. The amount that
Okay.
you have.
Well, I had seeds. Like that's what I got on
Okay.
Therendor. So I figured I had to plant them first.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, okay, that makes sense. So however many seeds you can plant all those, and then for every 10-day after that, they'll increase by 10%.
Okay.
If
cool.
you want to make this a renewable thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. First bastion action.
Bastion action.
Bastion
action.
Okay. Everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
To get
And
wasted.
do it for your NPCs too, please.
Okay, dokie.
Ooh, right.
Yeah, Tobrova rolled like shit, Rick.
Well, Rick's trolling Rick shit right now, so.
Yeah. Rick rolled fine. Tobrov did not.
Lila's staying sober. Is Tobrov gonna get worse?
That's the
It's
question.
at +8 in con. How bad could it be?
He rolled a nat 1.
Oh my god. Well, this time he's sobering up.
He's not sobering up. He's staying the way he is,
Okay, gotcha.
which is feeling pretty good. He's not throwing up. He's not yamming, but he's definitely very comfy on Toad's back as they are currently still a polar bear.
Yeah, be a polar bear for 3 hours. I think I did like the last 2 hours.
Yeah. That's
Wait,
fair.
hey, actually, since when could Toad turn into a polar bear? Has that always been a thing?
Yeah, I think Toad prefers pack animals, but
Ah.
Toad can be a polar bear.
Gotcha. Polar Toad.
Toadbrook just
yeah.
looks like he is game slung out of the back of a polar bear.
I will say it will wear off on the way back. Toad will have to walk at some point.
Okay.
Oh no.
Rick, Toad. Toad's already voluntarily failed once, so Toad, you are now poisoned. You weren't poisoned before.
Okay.
Rick, this is your first failure. You're not poisoned, but you're starting to feel a little tipsy.
Ooh.
Who else? Ethne's starting to feel. Oh no, he's starting to feel all right. He is now drunk. Ethne's drunk now too because he failed the last time. What does Ethne look like when he's drunk? Does he get the little red cheeks?
Yeah, like the cute little anime cheeks that are really
Yeah.
blushed up, and his
Yeah.
eyes get real sparkly.
Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Ethne is considered poisoned.
If he throws an arm around Tobrov, you fight great, Tobrov.
Dobrov does fight great. Tomorrow. Not anymore today, but we could hunt together. Evney, we will hunt on. We must find.
The beast.
Beast.
It may be here.
Toad, you might want to hide.
Sasquatch.
No, it's okay. Tobrov tried to shoot me earlier and he missed, remember? You
Oh, I
might
was
have
totally
been
there.
paying
Oh
attention.
yeah, Rick. For your essay, Tobrov used his Oathbow ability on Toad and missed.
I see.
So and when they don't kill their target, you can't use it on anybody else for 7 days.
Gotcha.
So that was
Well-
my ruling of the natural one on his Constitution save, is that he used his Oathbow ability to mark Toad as his target.
Yeah, so he's already tried to hunt Toad. I see.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
But that Oathbow is quintessentially useless for anything but Toad for the next 7 days.
Tober, what the hell's a Sasquatch?
Don't know. It feels right.
Okay.
No. It was. I heard Sasquatch. I know the Yeti is real. I know.
Oh yeah, the
Sasquatch.
Yeti's real.
The Sasquatch could be here. Harry. Right?
Oh well, that's just
Ebony,
crap.
we will find.
Okay. Toad, you got anything on the Sasquatch in your crystals?
Sure. Let me. Toad drops polar bear form. Pull up the crystal.
Tobrov
I
drops to
loved
the
him.
ground.
Oh, sorry, Tobrov.
I keep forgetting you gotta change forms to use those things.
Strap him onto Toad's form.
What does Toad know about Sasquatch from the shards?
Please make me a xenoarchaeologist roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
20.
I have disadvantage.
You have
right?
disadvantage.
Uh,
Oh no, she's gonna be.
It's
I
gonna
need you to
be-
make this a blind roll, please. Blind
Okay.
roll.
Double nat 20s. Here we go.
Y'all. Sasquatch is real.
where does he live?
In forests.
In our hearts.
Dobrov's right. Sasquatch is real. He's
What
in
is
the
it?
forest.
What is Sasquatch?
He's a he's a he's a hairy guy.
Well, it doesn't seem like we can hunt him then.
Rick, your passive perception picks up that Toad has accidentally opened up the Hadozi section. And it's just an elder Hadozi
I
in the
see.
picture, in the imagery.
He looks formidable, Tobrov. I think we can take him down.
Yeah. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you guys go hunt Sasquatches. It's fine.
Oh yes, send
I
off
gotta,
the
I
three
gotta get to
drunk.
the ship first. Warn Krath.
Yeah, it's because I Wardcraft.
It's okay, Tobrov can't shoot anything.
Can't shoot anything with his bow. He does have that battle axe.
And we do have a stockpile of, well, I guess we have a stockpile of guns, though.
Tobrov learning to use a gun would be
Please.
amazing.
Please give the elephantoid hunter crazy man. Please give the Russian man a musket rifle.
Yeah, musket.
I love it. Okay. All right, you guys ready to walk back, or is there anything else you guys want to do here? You guys got rehearsing to do.
We gotta practice.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get my lines. I'm gonna try to memorize them before we get back.
Are we holding auditions for Aaron?
I mean, we could
Does
hold
that make
auditions for
auditions
every
again?
role.
Well, he wants
Ooh,
us to play
every
ourselves. Is the
role.
thing.
I
Maybe
want
I
to play
can do both.
What'd you
Wait,
guys say?
you play Thistle?
I want to be Thistle.
Okay, no, I like that actually. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think I can do it. It seems easy.
You're gonna
You know what?
audition for the part of Thistle, who is the director.
But
You
also a
tried-
also a key figure in what happens, right?
Yeah. Tell me how Drunk Toad pitches to Thistle that Toad should play his role
The
in
main
the
character,
musical
presumably.
that the main character that he fully intended on playing as himself.
Have we taken a short rest since we got here?
Sure.
Toad transforms into Dandy Toad and roars and is like, I'm a scary dandelion. And then prances around in a way that I guess Toad imagines is actually how Thistle behaves, which
Okay.
is
I need a performance check, and you are still poisoned, so I believe that would be a disadvantage.
no problem.
I
at
gotta see
all.
how good this prancing is.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Very
Oh
serious
yeah,
D&D
little
session.
faith.
Okay. You don't
I'll
fall.
use my last. Actually, I have 2 inspiration left. I'll use an inspiration for this.
We're
It
using
feels
inspiration for this? Okay, go
That's
for
important. That's
It's
important.
It feels
important.
important. I would like to play Thistle.
It's worse.
Oh no! The second prance around was bad.
it. Okay. Thistle needs to think about this. Thistle needs time to process this. You gotta give him at least the first hour to consider this on the walk there.
Feels rigged.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and start walking back with the whole troop in attendance. My face hurts from smiling and laughing too much this session. I think that's a good sign. Okay. All right. Tobrov and Efni are going to attempt to go hunt Sasquatch in the woods.
Oh, if that's where they're gonna go, they can have as much fun as they like.
Who plays Efni? Okay.
And they know not to hunt like another satyr, right? In their current state.
Yes, they know that the satyrs are not Sasquatch. Okay. I would like Tobrov and Efni to. Well, one of you can. What you two can decide if you're rolling separately or rolling advantage or rolling, helping each other. You're both poisoned, and I need 3 survival rolls to see how lost they get.
Oh dear.
Because we let the drunk people leave.
Well, you see.
At disadvantage
Disadvantage.
for poison?
Ah, yeah. That's
Oof.
Right. Oh, there's the second one.
Oh no.
Okay, so the first one is okay. I'm averaging these scores together. So an 11 plus 10 or plus 1.
Alright,
Okay,
the second
so-
one's gonna go great.
5. Okay, so 5. All right, let's get this second set. Both at disadvantage. Y'all got this. Efni.
Oi. That's a natural one.
That's a natural. Oh my. That's 2 nat
Oh,
ones.
no, they're gonna
Okay.
die.
Okay. I
They're
need.
gonna die.
Okay. All right. So
One
at this
more.
point, while you're rehearsing lines and trying to practice on your walk back, Tobrov and Efni have disappeared. That's an 8. How'd you get an 18?
I rolled a 20 and a 15. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's get an FD roll here.
Ebony rolled a 6.
Okay. So an 18. You guys are rolling.
Now, FD does have a super useful aura, right?
Yeah, aura of protection.
So they're protected. They're fine.
Yeah.
So we've got a 5, an 8, and a 12 average here. Okay. Okay. Who plays Chief Gus?
I do.
Because I feel like it makes sense that Chief Gus is the one most pissed about this. I need Chief Gus to roll me 2d4, and this is how many hours extra it takes to find them.
Jeez.
Just above average.
Okay. So, 8 hours in this forest. Do you guys want to roll 8 concentration checks, or do you just want to call it that you're all toasted?
Ooh.
You want to see if
Look,
any of you survive? Any of
I
you
do.
survive the alcohol?
I do have resistance to poison. What does that do for me?
It gives you advantage on the concentration save.
Then I will roll 8 times.
Please do. Anyone can roll
14.
for if you want to roll for the NPCs, probably not going to do it. Let's let Rick go.
22.
Okay. You need to. If you fail twice, you're poisoned and drunk.
Always.
That's 4. 5.
12 is the
Oh.
DC.
6.
That's one fail.
7. And 8. I'm pretty
Nice.
Holy
good,
shit.
pretty
You're
good.
feeling tipsy.
good. Yeah.
Rick is in there. You're feeling
How many
tipsy.
bad rolls did you have? Yeah.
Okay.
Valerian will
Alright.
also resist if he can.
Go for it.
Yeah,
he's
good
on
luck,
the
buddy.
he's on the up and up.
DC
Okay.
12. Alright, that's one
Oh.
fail.
Oh!
20.
Oh, yeah, and drunk.
And drunk.
You know what? I'm going to use that nat 20 to count as a secondary success, so you are the same as Rick. You are also tipsy.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So Valerian and Rick somehow survived this. Altaic?
All right, here we go.
6, 7. Not bad, actually.
Not
That's
bad.
actually
Not
pretty
Two
bad.
fails. 2 fails.
There
with
is
still
2
unfortunate.
fails, though. You are drunk and poisoned, Altaic.
What does drunk
Uh,
I'll take sound like?
Oh,
Are you a happy drunk or a sad
that's
drunk?
a good
Like,
question. Huh.
He's only speaking in like
You don't roll a
in our
d20.
minds.
Yeah, you know what? He's extra exuberant. You're gonna hear his voice twice as he both speaks telepathically and with his mouth. So it's going like sometimes they might mismatch, but it'll be like surround sound.
oh, good.
If he shouts, it's also loud in your mind as well.
oh, you shout in their mind, it's gonna be like the THX logo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're calling out, I guess, searching for these
Alright.
figures,
All right.
and
For
then
my.
intermittent. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if they're looking for Tobrov, it's this moment of like intermittently like shouting Tobrov, and like party members will intermittently get this question of like Tobrov, like, are you Tobrov in this setup? But yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I think Lila would fail. I think she. I mean, you can roll for her, but I definitely want to roll for Chief Gus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can roll for him.
Oh yeah, Lila's got a +2 in con. I mean, there's like no way. Well, that's a nat 1.
Otherwise, he did great.
Yeah.
You had it, but I'm gonna count. If I count the nat 20s for 2, I'm gonna count the nat 1s for 2 too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gus is an angry drunk. Or is he? Or is he a nice drunk?
You know, I feel like Chief Gus turns into the singer.
Hmm.
Ooh.
I feel like Chief Gus is like he's got 2 solid country songs that he does at the karaoke bar that he just nails. And he'll only do it when he's drunk. So I think Chief Gus starts singing.
Hell yes.
Is it Friends in Low Places?
It absolutely is. Yeah. It's yes, absolutely. Chief Gus starts singing. And he's trying to still be serious in between his bouts of singing. Like, he starts singing, hollering, and then he, like, seems to check himself and, like, tries to walk straight, pay attention, and, like, look real serious, but, like, he's forcing it, so he just looks like he has to poop. Because he's, like, trying to look mean and grumpy, but then he, like, chuckles a little bit, and then goes back into singing. And Lila thunks into a tree several times. Like a butterfly stuck in a glass. But she is giggling and laughing the whole time, but she gets a little injured, so I'm gonna mark some damage down for Lila.
Oh no.
Because Lila thunks into a few trees just a bit too hard.
Okay,
And
everybody,
that is
you're all drunk. It's up to me and Val. We gotta do it. We gotta find him.
Captain First Mate.
We can do it. We're gonna find where they're at. Where's Tobram? He's
I
huge.
got
How can we lose him?
friends in low places.
This sucks so much.
He's actually a good singer.
I
If you guys
blew
think about it.
frustrating.
the way.
Gus, you should be in the play. You're such a good
I'll be
singer.
okay.
We were following tracks. I swear, we had elephant tracks. We were.
Oasis.
What if they're Sasquatch tracks?
Sasquatch, not an elephant. I don't think that's true.
I
How
don't
do you
know.
think Sasquatch tastes?
Oh, maybe better than shark meat since Rick hates purple worm meat so much.
Rick, how dare you, Rick?
You should be on my side. What are you talking about?
I mean, I love the purple. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
got on, or it's going away. Really,
You need a
but-
deception check on that one.
Ugh.
You're sweet, strawberry wine.
Poor Gus.
Oh!
Wait, I can't see the deception check since it's private.
How
Blind
do I-
GM role, right?
How do I? Can I expose it to just you? No, I can't. Let me just message you.
Oh
kinda
no.
It's kind of shitty. Here you go. Sasha is
Oh,
looking me
God.
upside the face right now. I'm gonna have to do so much explanations about why this session is happening right now.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
Well, you don't like the purple worm meat either? Is everyone
What?
lying to me?
You're smooth.
You guys could just tell me the truth. I can't
Zonarian
taste
whiskey.
anything. I don't know what tastes good.
I love me personally.
You're
me?
sweet.
I'm
I
losing my
told you
mind.
the truth.
I'm losing my
and then
mind.
You started
Yeah,
chasing me.
why?
Okay, wait. I have an idea. I'm gonna cast sending. I'm gonna send a message to Tobrov to ask him where he is.
You have already found him.
Oh, okay.
He's been hunting.
He's
We've been. That's why we're looking for a Sasquatch. He's been among us for a while.
So,
Effney,
where's the Sasquatch?
Effney and Chief Gus have been carrying Tobrov arm in arm for a while now. It's just drunk people helping drunk people.
Yeah.
And Tobrov is crying because he didn't find the Sasquatch.
Oh.
Okay. My face and stomach hurt from laughing too much. I think this is a good time to end the session.
Okay.
That's a good stopping point. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will pick up on the hangover that will be the next morning because you were far too drunk to
play.
perform the play.
Yeah.
We will do that tomorrow after a long rest. You do make it without anybody dying, but you are all terribly fucked up.
Nice.
So we will pick this session up tomorrow, as I will now immediately turn to explain to Sasha what the hell just happened.